Hey! Okay, good. Alright. Okay, very cool. Very cool. We are getting started here. Bear with me for just a moment. I'm just checking a few things as we get started. There we go. Okay. Very cool. Like I said, I'm just checking on a couple things here. Bear with me. Just trying to get some things moving in the right direction here. No, okay, there we go. Trying to get, trying to let people know we're here. And everything is going slowly. Don't like slowly. Okay. Just working on some stuff. Oh, god damn it. Trying to argue with my phone. Don't ever argue with your phone. I promise you it won't be a rewarding experience, and 9 times out of 10 you'll lose. Okay, that looks good. Where am I? There I am. Don't ever try to do everything all at once. Won't get nothing done, and it'll just all be awful. The original plan tonight was to play Sonic, the original Sega Genesis game, the original Sonic the Hedgehog game. But my laptop is over 10 years old, and it is very slow, and it can't handle all the stuff it would need to do that all at once. So, if we're going to be doing gaming streaming, I'm going to have to find a way to do that on my phone, which, incidentally, is also on the older side. Fun! Also is incidentally running out of space. So, you know how that works. Okay, let me see here. Okay. But anyway, we're winding down our weekend here. I'm actually trying to do more streams. Genuinely, I am. Because I need more watch time and more views so that I can move this channel forward. So that's what you got to do, man, right? So I am in the process of finding a way to do that. The Lego videos do really well, and I'm a big fan of those. Those are a lot of fun, but I have to go and get more kits. I will say, though, it is kind of a bummer. I'm not sure how true this is. I might have to look it up. But based on what I heard, they're not doing any more Sonic sets with Lego. Kind of sucks. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? So right now I am in the process of seeing what my old ass laptop can handle, and either trying to do that or just do it on my phone, or just do these Hangout streams with you guys not playing any games, because again, my computer cannot handle all the different software running all at once. It's from, I think, 2015 or 2016. I'm not terribly sure, but yeah, it was not happy when I tried to load up the emulator and run Sonic on this. It was not super jazzed about the experience at all. What I might do is I might do it without the model. We might try that at a later date and time, see how that works. But yeah, even pulling up Streamlabs took freaking forever, because I use Streamlabs instead of OBS for streaming, because that's what it's built for, and it does it reasonably well. So that's pretty much what I'm working on right now. But yeah, I want to do more of the Lego streams where I build the Lego kits. I don't know, my model just spazzed out there, but I want to do more of those Lego kits because those are a lot of fun. I'd like to do more merch unboxings, reviews, but that requires money, obviously. And it also requires me to actually, get out and go get this stuff, because I could buy it online, and I probably will with a lot of the Lego kits. But honestly, it's more fun for me to find it out in the wild. But again, that is just me. I would prefer to be able to find it on my own in the wild, to come upon it like just by chance and be like, oh, look at this. But that's the kicker. It has to be by chance, and so that makes it a lot more difficult. But that's what I'm up to right now. I am trying to more or less get the ball rolling on that so that I can make more long-form content for you guys. I thought about doing more reaction videos for Sonic Boom, and I might still do that. I worry about getting hit with copyright. But if it works, it works, and I honestly, I can't really complain. So we might take a look at that, or some of the older Sonic cartoons, because there's like Sonic Underground, Sonic, was it not Sonic Boom? There's Sonic Boom show, but there's Sonic Sat AM, which is the one that everybody knows with Urkel as Sonic, and there is Sonic Underground, and I forget the other one, but it's the one that's more based off the Archie comic book with like Sally and them. And I might take a look at those older series. That could be a lot of fun to do. But that is, like I said, that's just going to be something I work on. I want to try to do a stream every week. That would be ideal. Like I said, it depends on what the laptop can handle me doing. at a reasonable frame rate, it's not worth doing if I'm like running at 2 frames per second, and you're just getting half of what I'm saying after I've said it 10 minutes ago. And like I said, I could look into doing it on my phone. I'm gonna have to upgrade my phone soon, one way or the other, though, because I have an iPhone 12, and it's good. It has served me well since I want to say 2021. I want to say. Obviously, newer and better phones have come out, but more than that, I want a phone with more internal memory, more space, because I want to play games on my phone and stream them to you guys. But to do that, I need more than 64 gigs. Even the Pokemon trading card game Pocket, which I started playing here when it came out, more or less, was a lot of fun. Is the best way to play the Pokemon trading card game, in my opinion. And if you're wanting to get cards, have the fun experience of the trading cards without dealing with scalpers in the secondhand market, it's probably going to be your best bet, because you can trade back and forth with your friends on the app. Now, of course, I have my own physical collections and yada yada, but it's amazing. But it keeps taking up all the space on my phone, so I can't really play that anymore, which sucks. There's that. There's some Sonic games I wanted to put on there, but can't. Now, I did try to... I put the Sonic Rumble on there, and I did the tutorial level, and it's like, you need to install the rest of the game now. There's not enough room. And it also made my phone burn hotter than the surface of the sun, so I can't be doing that. So I'm going to have to figure some stuff out if I am going to be streaming regularly, because streaming it takes a little bit of setup to do. So that's a bit of work. If I'm going to do it, I want to do it right. I'd like to do it well. So I want to make sure I'm able to, make it happen. But yeah, like I said, we're going to be streaming more. That's the idea. So we just need to find out what exactly we're going to be streaming. So we're doing a Hangout stream today, just kind of get in the groove of things, make sure this works, seeing what is good to go and what isn't. I seem to remember we did relatively okay doing the Sonic Boom React situation on YouTube in terms of just the way it ran and on a stream, and so that works. And so we might do that. But yeah, so I'll look at that, and I'll look at getting a stream set up for next week for Sonic Boom. We'll react to the next episode of that. It really is an amazing show. The show is just made of memes. If you took these, I don't want to say the Shrek sense of humor, the DreamWorks kind of sense of humor, and stuck it into a Sonic universe, you get Sonic Boom. The show is amazing. The game is a pile of crap yelling at itself in the mirror. Oh God, why have you made me? I thought about trying to play that, but that game is already broken. It does not need my crappy computer's help to run terribly. So there you go. We definitely react to the show. Check that out. We'll be checking out the next episode of that probably next week, just because I know where to get it. I can find it, pull it up, and go from there, whatever, right? So we can definitely do that. I'd like to go ahead and also put them up on YouTube, naturally, because YouTube is my platform, and I plan on streaming on YouTube, my content here on YouTube. I don't even have TikTok on my phone anymore. I got rid of it because everything on TikTok, just about, and I'm speaking in hyperbole here, but everything on YouTube with an ad or a commissioned sponsorship with this product, where it's if you paid full price for this dingus, I feel bad for you. This dingus lets me jam the jams. And I'm just get your money. You're a content creator like I am. You're trying to make money off what you love doing. I can't hold that against you. Doesn't mean I'm going to watch it. So I stopped making content for TikTok a long time ago, and I was just spending way too much time on my phone just scrolling through it. You'll be flipping through what feels like 5 minutes. You look up, hours have gone by, and you just lost a day. So I'm not doing that. As much as I love the short form content, because most of my channel I owe to shorts. You know what I mean? That's how most of you found me. So, as much as I loved short form content, I'm not going to be doing it on TikTok, just because it's awful. Now, the original creator of Vine has come out and said they're looking at getting a new app called Divine up and running, and that's interesting. I'll definitely take a look at that, because they're going to be taking a hard stance against generative AI, which is something I appreciate. So I'll at least be checking it out, but as to whether or not I'll be making stuff there in earnest, I don't know yet. Got some Dr. Pepper here. Num num num. Anyway, yeah, man. So that's what we're doing here. Also, something else I'd like to do. It's something that's been on my radar for, a couple of years now. I'd like to get a Model 1 Sega Genesis, like an actual proper Sega Genesis. I have clone consoles, I have emulators that run just about every Sega game known to man, and that's fine, right? But I want the OG, original, Darth Vader looking Sega Genesis console. Why? Because, and you're going to think I'm crazy for this, but I'm not. Trust me. Look it up. Because if you didn't know, with the original Model 1 Sega Genesis, the sound is better. Not by much, okay? It's not super crazy, but I'm not an audio engineer, so I couldn't tell you what exactly they did. But they did something with the sound chip in there that gives it that Genesis sound in its purest, best, highest quality form. It also has audio hookups, so you can hook it up to like an old stereo stack or some old speakers and just blare the 16-bit glory out of those. It's the only console I know of that. Well, okay, no, I can't say it's the only console. It's one of the only consoles I know that got worse as the revisions to its design came in, the next versions of the console. The Wii definitely got worse with the other revisions. I know it got cheaper, and that's great. I can't knock that. But losing backwards compatibility is sinful. Yeah, absolutely, man. I want to get a Sega Genesis, a Model 1 Sega Genesis. I want to unbox it, make a video about it. I have an old CRT television with a built-in VCR, if you can believe it, and I would just love to get that, plug it into a CRT, and play Sega like it's the early 90s again. Like, come on. How cool would that be? Huh? So I'd definitely like to do something like that. It's definitely something we can take a look at. But that's going to be something I'm going to have to work on the back end there. Like I said, it's money, it's time, because I work full time. I do help desk work. I work from home. I'm very lucky, but again, it's just after work, I just don't want to do a damn thing. So I want to get ahead on the Archie comic shorts series I'm doing. So I'm going to read and make some shorts there. But I want to make more long form content for you guys so that we can just get some more watch hours up in the hood, whatever. Because that's, like I said, that's really what's going to move this channel forward as my model spams out again. Every time I adjust myself in the chair, my model has a conniption. But that is the biggest thing on this channel and my main channel for furry retro gaming type stuff. On my channels, that is my biggest pain point. Is I need watch hours. I need watch hours, and the best way to get that is going to be to stream, because not only do you get the watch hours for people who are like you guys are here with us now. You're watching us live as I stream this, right? It is a live stream. So that counts, and anyone who goes back and watches this will again count for watch time. So streaming is the most efficient way to get that watch hour moving in the right direction. So that's the big reason why I want to start doing that, is I want to start getting those watch hours in and move that needle in the right direction. The subscribers will come. They'll show up in time. I'm confident enough in my content that, you know, for like my shorts and my Lego videos usually do really well. I want to find a way to do the pickup videos. Honestly, there could be a little bit more production value to them, a bit more presentation, because it's just, I got a thing. Yay, you know. I'd like to take you guys with me when I go digging around for Sonic stuff. Trouble is, I find them in kind of weird places. If you've seen any of my videos, you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like places like Dollar General. I'm talking about places like the thrift store, stuff like that, you know. So it's not always a place I might expect to find Sonic stuff, because it genuinely, it surprises me. Like, I found all that stuff at the thrift store last week. I was genuinely shocked. Like, it was insane. Because I went in there looking, maybe I'll find like an action figure here, or, you know, a lunchbox, or, you know, some nubbin, something with Sonic's face on it. You know, whatever, right? No, I found a bag full of stuff I got for less than $5. Like, that's amazing. So, you know, cool little pickups like that, they kind of just happen. It's a bit harder to film. So I want to find a way to start doing that and making my pickup videos a little bit better, which is, you know, something I'm trying to work on. That's just, you know, part of the craft. Yeah, man, I'm really trying to get that moving in the right direction in terms of just the content I make on this channel, because I need to do more long form content. Stretch. Bear with me, y'all. Okay, there we go. Also, I want to find more of those little play sets that are like little levels, level dioramas for the action figures. Those are really cool. Like, little kid Ryan would have loved those things. If you're on the younger side, you might not remember, but video game merch back in the 90s was a bit thin on the ground. Like, you had to either just straight up know where to go to get it, and they had to have it, or you had to straight up order out for it, and it was super expensive, because even then they were collectible. You know, or it was like the Sonic toys at McDonald's or whatever. And that's only if you got lucky. It's kind of crazy now to think about how, you know, how much collectible stuff there is out there for adults, or just for collectors in general, because it's not kids buying up all the action figures and toys and God's sake Pokemon cards, is it? It's adults. You know, the kids are largely, they've moved on to the digital world, for better or for worse, right? And we can have that discussion, but it's my generation and my dad's generation that are buying all the action figures at the store. That's why you see stuff more often than not aimed at collectors. They'll have, like with Transformers, I'm also into Transformers. They have the Studio Series and Collector Series and different lines of action figures, because, again, they're aiming for collectors. They want you to complete the set. But right, and so we're spending way more money on these collectibles, way more than the kids are, if nothing else. Because obviously, kids don't have money; they spend their parents' money. But my point is this: it's aimed the toy market now. I would argue a good chunk of it, far more than 10 years ago, is now aimed at adults. We are the target audience for a much larger market share of toys. Actually, let me look this up. Hold on, because now y'all got me curious. Give me a minute. Let me look this up. Because now I want to know. Hold on. There we go. Okay. So let me see. If I pull up my web browser, is my computer going to cry? No. Okay. Toy sales, kids versus adults. Okay, so this is from December of last year. Let me pull this up. Hopefully they don't paywall this article. Give me a minute. Okay, a new report from Circant, new, because this is from like 6 or 7 months ago. A report reveals that adults 18 and over spent $1.5 billion on toys in the last quarter of 2024. Surpassing the spending of the industry's second largest consumer group, kids aged 3 to 5, so like toddlers. The movement is so strong that adults now make up 28% of all global toy sales, up 2.5 since 2022. So this has been ongoing for some time. Like I said, it is a demographic shift in the people who are buying these. And like I said, that's why you're seeing a lot of these collector's editions and the toy companies marketing to collectors now. Okay, let me see here. Yes, they're saying why, nostalgia, yada yada. Collectibles or investments, scalping. Okay, we know that. They can charge more for it, yada yada. Yeah, okay. So, like I said, it's a big demographic shift, 28%. I didn't expect it to be that big. That's crazy. But yeah, man. Let me see if I can find something perhaps a bit more recent. Give me a minute. Okay, so yeah, no, this is the most recent stuff I can find. So yeah, the numbers speak for themselves, man. That's absolutely insane. I didn't expect it to be over like almost a third. That's incredible, genuinely. But yeah, so you see what I'm talking about. The adults are spending way more than kids are on things like toys. Because we're collectors, and they're doing it to collect them and to resell them. Unless you're like my dad. My dad does a bunch of kit bashing, which is basically when you take parts of different figures and basically create your own stuff. Really cool. It's a whole skill set. I would like to do some kit bashing with some of my Sonic figures, or just buy a bunch of Sonic figures on the cheap and just use them to build an action figure for Blitz. I think that would be really, really cool. But yeah, though, man. Absolutely insane. So I want to, like I said, I want to do more. I want to do shopping videos. I want to do more live streams of like gaming streams. Maybe you could play games with you guys. It's not something that my laptop can really handle. So for my, I mean, if I'm going to be doing this on my laptop, it's just going to be me yapping at you like I am now, which is fun with it, an unfiltered stream of consciousness kind of way. But beyond that, there's not really a whole lot going on, and I get it. So I'm going to take a look at seeing what I can do with my phone in terms of how much space I can make and still have room for making videos, because my main tool for making videos for this channel is my phone. Like I said, I owe most of my channel to shorts. Shorts are how most of you guys found me, and so I make a lot of my content there, and I need space to edit videos and stuff on there. That takes up a lot of space. Beyond that, though, yeah. So big plans, more long form content coming down the pipeline here soon, definitely. A couple forms that it could take. I would like to do more live streams, ideally. Of course, we'll do some shopping videos and stuff as we go. I would like to maybe just do so I thought about doing plush videos, because I don't know if you were around back in the early 2000s, 2010s or whatever. Plush, Sonic plush tubers, where they take the plushes and make goofy stories with them. It was a whole thing, man. It was a whole genre back in the day, and there are people now who still do it, and their videos still do reasonably well because they built up that audience. There's also stop motion, which is something I've certainly had an interest in. Again, that's its own skill and discipline. I've experimented with stop motion here on this channel before. Didn't go as well as I might have liked, but I'm still very amateurish. But the tools that we have access to now far eclipse what were at the time, back when those stop motion videos really had their heyday. So, yeah, man. Anyway, that's pretty much what's going on, man. We're trying to get some more long-form content here on the channel for you guys, so that we can get things moving in the right direction, pick up some more momentum, some more watch time, so that we can take this channel to the next step and get things rocking and rolling. But beyond that, guys, I am going to go ahead and end it here. I go to work tomorrow in the morning, so I have some other stuff I got to take care of before I head down to bed for the evening. So I got to get to that. But if you enjoyed the content here on this channel, guys, make sure to like and subscribe. We are growing our community here all the time, and I would love to have you with us. Beyond that, thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.